Hey Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, comments, donations, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's go ahead and ring this bell. Let's go ahead and clear out this energy, and then we'll see what the message the Spirit has for us today. Someone knows exactly what they did to you. And they know that you know. They know that without them coming to you, hey J Mike, without them approaching you, hey Bragsy, hey Behaven, how are you? You are not going to ever speak with them again. You've had it up to here with their bullshit, with their fuckery. So somebody's wondering now that their life is in the toilet, wondering if you'll accept this olive branch. Bottom of the deck. Movement, choices, and decisions. They know it was because the way they moved. They know it was their choice and their decision. Hey, Shaylin. The reason why they're in the position that they're in. Like I said, somebody's wondering if you're going to accept this olive branch. But you already have peeped their game. And your third eye chakra is wide open. Hey, Lightworker William. You know about this spiritual union. This was somebody that you were supposed to be able to build this foundation with. This was something that, they had to do was grow up. But that's not what they did. And now their life is in the toilet. They're having tower moment after tower moment. Hey, Melissa. Tower moment after tower moment. And they are conflicted. Just like Sasha out there. Conflicted. It's like they're watching you and things are going well for you. Prosperity, your money's coming up, you're looking happy, you look like you have everything that you need, and they know that they should have been there hand in hand with you. Hey, Melissa, how are you? Hey, Melissa. Something about this person's heart chakra and their sacral chakra. I feel like someone is their chakras are opening. Yeah, now the realization and the weight of everything is settling in, especially since this person their life is going downhill. But see, they don't realize that they have to build themselves back up in order for their life to take a turn. They have to start over from scratch. See, this entire time, after somebody did something and they thought that you'll be back soon, she wasn't coming back. It's like you let it go. You let it go. You let God handle it and said it is what it is. And that was the smartest thing for you to do, to actually move on. To move on away from what was supposed to have been a partnership, an alliance. And they know that you're not coming back. This person, like I said, they are going through a rough time right now. They're experiencing financial and material changes. They never thought that their life would take this turn. They always thought it was going to be your life that took a turn. But now they're starting to see that it's destiny. They rewrote their own story from going uphill to now going downhill. They're feeling defeated. Hey, Shadia. Hey, Ford Keith. How are you? Hi, Tracy. And the whole time you're experiencing victory and success, and you're also having the fulfillment of your wishes. Everything that you're touching is growing because you're putting in the work. You're dedicated. And like I said, they know what they've done, and they know you know what they've done. So there's no need to even ask someone for closure. There's no need to talk about it. There's no need to ask them why. You don't care why. Not any longer. At one point you did, but they did too much. They allowed too much time to go in between you moving on and them finally speaking up. And now their throat is opening up. Their throat chakra is opening. Hey, Island Girl, how are you? Hey, Touche. This is why this person, since their throat is finally open, this is why they want to extend this olive branch, because now they want this positive movement forward. You know? They sacrificed you. But them trying to sacrifice you, they realized they were actually the sacrifice. And now this person is in solitude. Solitude and having to look at everything that they've done. It's almost like this person is reading their own book of life and seeing how they refused to grow up. They refused to come out of their lowest vibration. Somebody has nothing to do except time to look and read and think about what they have done. See, this person, they call themselves an authority. They thought they were an authority over you, an authority over your thoughts, an authority over which way you were going to go, or how you was going to move, or if you had the strength to leave, or if you was just going to be weak enough to stay. This person, they thought they were this authority figure. And they really had a very closed heart, especially whenever it came to you. So now this person feels that, if they give you some time and maybe kind of get themselves together, think about what they're going to do, what they're going to say, how they're going to do it or say it, is this going to be an opportunity for them to come back together with you in harmony? But this person is like watching your life move forward. And they thought it was going to take you a lot longer than what it's actually taking for your life to move forward. Spirit has you on that plan that it's like how you can take you want to get a degree and they have the accelerated plan instead of it taking 4 years. You each semester is no longer the normal number of weeks or months. Now it's like 5 weeks. The accelerated plan. You're on that type of plan. Your life is moving forward, and you are being victorious with everything that you do. See, this person thought that all they had to do was wait it out, wait you out. But they're finding out that's not it. They was waiting themselves out. Hey, the soul archetype. Hold on, y'all. Let me open up this window. They thought that, they could wait you out. Like your cutoff game wasn't strong, but your cutoff game is top notch. When it comes to your cutoff game, that's like chef's kiss. There's nobody that does it better than you. Plus, they, all that time they put in between them being found out and them deciding to come up with this plan. All they did was teach you how to live without them peacefully. So, what do you want to extend or accept an olive branch from them for? Right now, you are peaceful. Hey, lies never stuck. You've already transformed. Hey, Melissa. You're already different. You're not even the same type of person or the same person that they remember. So even if you did accept, some type of olive branch, this person would look at you like they don't even know you, because you're definitely not accepting a bullshit number one. You're definitely not turning a blind eye any longer, number two. You're definitely going to speak out against any and all of they fuck shit, number three. It's like not letting anything slide. This person don't know you anymore. You definitely know how to stand your ground. See, this person now, it's like they have this type of hope, or they have this type of, they want to have some type of faith that before. But like I said, everything is different because you're protected. You have that spiritual strength that they didn't see that coming. They didn't put that into the equation. This person knows that it's time for them to grow up. It's time for them to do their own shadow work. You are not going to accept them back to have to deal with their karma, because you don't want that karma to come on you. This person, they understand that while everybody else is going uphill, they're going downhill. Everybody else is ascending, and they are the only ones that are descending. They tripping. They're falling down. And they're hoping that this candle at least stays lit to light their way while they try and bring themselves back up. Hey, Robert. They're suffering in silence right now. They are suffering in silence. And they have a wish, that you'll take them back. But everybody sees them. Hey, AJ. Everybody sees everything that they've done. And while you were going through your worst with them, they was out laughing, joking around, bragging about shit. Everybody sees that, and they can't hide that. They can't hide that. And they also cannot hide that right now you are at your most top notch, your most balanced. It's almost like this person feels like they're watching you ascend, as if you have wings. What's the message, Spirit? We have 77 people in the chat and 28 likes. Could we please get some more likes? See, this person refused to use their own intuition whenever it came to the right way for them to go or what they needed to do. But they're finding out that them refusing to use their own intuition came with consequences. What's the message? Yeah, because they didn't want to honor this partnership with you. They never thought that, that they was going to have to pay the piper. They never thought that their finances, or whatever they was holding so dear, was going to, come into question, or be affected. They definitely were not on the right track. This is why everything is going down, all because of their decisions, their movements, and their choices. What's the message, Spirit? Yes, their entire home life, their entire foundation is fallen down. Everything that they thought that they have is presently in the toilet. And they are really suffering. They don't know what they're gonna do. They don't know how they're gonna even make it past this. And they felt like you was gonna be their backup plan. The last hope. That you'll jump in, you'll save them. Like all they would have to do was come to you and say, "Oh yeah, well, I'm doing kind of bad. I need, I need this, and I need." And you're gonna be like, "Oh, hold on, let me give you what you need. Hold on, let me give you all this. Let me do this for you. Here, let me pick up this. Let me get that. Let me help you with this." No, this person is really feeling it now, because that's not what's happening. They should have used their intuition, because had they used their intuition, had their chakras been open, they would have been able to see. You got quiet. That was what they needed to pay attention to, because you were no longer saying, "I wish you would this, and I wish you would do this, and I wish you would stop, or look at, or how are you treating." You stopped trying to talk with them. You stopped trying to plead your own case. That's when they should have been concerned, when you shut the hell up. And like I said, now all they can do is watch you grow and watch you be protected. And there's nothing that they can do to get next to you. I feel like spirit is blocking this person, and like, don't you even think about trying to extend no olive branch. What's the message, Spirit? Yes, I'm telling you, someone never felt like the universe would balance itself. They never thought that this shit was going to come right back around to them. They felt like they could choose anything or anyone. And they felt like they could just choose anybody. And anybody was going to give them that same respect, the same love, the same courtesy, the same care, the same grace, the same. They thought somebody else, they could go get a a motherfucker off the street, a beggar off the street, a fuck boy, a fuck girl off the street, and it was going to be the same. But they're realizing it wasn't the same. They feel completely defeated. They're going down. Especially since you took your love away. Oh, that was, for them, their final straw. That's when they knew they really messed up. See, instead of them working on themselves, instead of them looking inward to how they need to increase, their self-confidence and what they, and living, feeling like that, okay, I need to make sure that I'm living the right way. I'm doing the right things. I'm trying to be the best type of person that I can be. Instead of them wanting to work on themselves, they wanted to try and tear you down. Now this person is feeling torn down. You know, and they're feeling torn down because here they are. They may have to be hanging outside, whereas they're looking in the distance, and there's your house. Like I said, you got everything that you need. And just to think, this is the same person who was trying to bring you obstacles and challenges. They was trying to have you disconnected from everything and everyone because they wanted to knock your confidence down. They wanted to scapegoat you. They wanted to bully you. They wanted to do exactly what narcissists always do. They take their time and they chip at you, chip at you, chip at you until you start to question yourself. When you start to question yourself, they go in for the kill. Now somebody's feeling that kill moment themselves. This person is even asking God or trying to receive downloads about, when is their harvest gonna grow. This person is trying to open up, saying, "Oh, my crown is chakra." Like they want God to bless them with, some type of information as to, okay, you just need to do this or you just need to do that. They swear up and down they're ready for this new beginning. They want to feel like, they just have to have this new beginning. And once they get this new beginning, it's like this passion, this fire, this determination is going to grow inside of them, and they're going to be able to do whatever, and they're going to be able to get back to where they used to be. But that's not it. Spirit said for them to move away from that dream because it's just a dream. This person knows they have to actually work on themselves first. They got to start all over. They know that if they came to you, tried to extend that olive branch to you, tried to talk to you, finally, that you wouldn't even ask any questions. You would just sit back and listen with a blank stare. Sure, it might be interesting to hear what they have to say, but you already know at the end of that day, the answer is still going to be no. Because they did what they did. You felt what you felt. You saw what you saw. And once you know the truth, you cannot unknow the truth. So now they feel trapped. They feel trapped in a world of their own making. And they feel a certain type of way that everybody's able to see who they truly are and what they actually did, what their claim to fame is. Now they know that they thought that they were so strong. They thought they had all the power with that closed heart chakra. They thought that I can just stand here like this and somebody's going to be able to feel my domination over them. They don't feel like that any longer. Now it's like, now they know who has the power. And they know it's not them. They definitely know it's not them because they're watching you get the fulfillment of your dreams, your wishes, and everything else. Everything that you were touching is turning to gold. Hey, Lone Wolf Studios, how are you? And they also know that they're thinking of you. They also know that. They know that, they are remembering everything about you. The stuff that you told them, the stuff that you did for them, how you tried to mentor them, or how you tried tell them about the goodness of God, how you try to tell them, we need to pray, you need to pray. They know all of this. They're remembering all of this. And they're remembering how they snubbed you. See, this person, they thought that they could do you any type of way. They could say whatever they wanted. They could treat you however they felt like they wanted to on any given day, and like they would still be blessed. But God said no, not at all. God wants them to feel every part of this. Everything that they wanted you to feel, God wants them to feel all of that and then some. Hi, Bianca. See, God said it's going to be a while. Get used to this because it's going to be a good, long while before I answer any of your prayers, before you move forward, because you need to be stuck right there. You need to really enjoy your moment, just like you want a collective to enjoy that moment that you was putting them through. Whether you went through that for days, weeks, months, years, decades, however long you went through that, Spirit wants them to be patient, to get settled, to enjoy the time where they're going to be at this lowest point, their breaking point, just like they tried to break you. Somebody gets to be in solitude as they transform for the better. So if this is somebody that feels like they have to be around other people all the time, God said, not today, not this time. Everybody is going to be ushered away. There's not going to be one person there that's going to be able to help you. Just like you didn't want anyone there to help the collective. You were going to feel all of this so that you understand what this feels like. You truly understand what you did. You know not to ever do this shit again if you're strong enough to make it through. Hey, Cher. See, somebody didn't know your cutoff game was that strong. It's very strong. And they're just hoping that you have a little bit of empathy for them, just to even give them an encouraging word while they're suffering in silence. I say that encouraging word should be, Jesus wept. See, they're trying their hardest to see if they can outdo God, if they can, get on the good foot, even though God told them, you're not going nowhere, fella, sis, sit down, get comfortable. They feel like, I can break through, I can do this, I can make it. Like they can force something. God said, yeah, no. What you're getting ready to do is force a new beginning for you. What you're getting ready to do is force your crown chakra open. So whenever I tell you that punishment is over and for you to start over, you're going to do just that the right way this time. Hey, K Hyphy, how are you? Hey, Mac and Dave too. How are you? Yep. Someone had a choice of how they was going to handle you, but they don't have a choice of the lessons that they were going to learn after that. And they also don't have a choice in knowing that the truth is out there and it's time for them to do their own shadow work. It's like they had free will. We all have free will. But we choose what we want to choose, but we cannot get past what God says we cannot get past. And now this person is like in awe and they are looking at you because you're winning on all levels. On all levels. Victory, success, triumph. And on top of that, you don't have any questions because you already know the truth. You've already transformed. So what somebody thought that they was going to do to you, they're finding out that was not a smart move at all. That was really dumb. Because the truth is, all they did was bring obstacles and challenges to themselves, calling themselves going to teach you a lesson or going to fuck with you or going to bully you. Like, who purposely sets out to do that stupid shit besides them? Bottom of the deck. They cannot stop watching you. They can't get past this because they can't stop watching you because you seem like you were such at peace. Oh my gosh. And this is what's driving this person up a wall because they're wondering, like, would you accept the olive branch for what? You're in the most peaceful place that you've been ever in your entire life. You had to survive some real shit. And this was like, whether this was a family situation, a love situation or something, it's like like your ancestors, their ancestors, they needed to teach somebody something, whether that was you and you learned your lesson and now you're at peace, or it was them and they are now just learning this lesson. See, you've been sitting on your spiritual throne for a while now. But this person, they was going around town. They was telling everybody that you ain't sitting on no spiritual throne. You just addicted to all this shit. You had real problems. Whenever you didn't. You were sitting at home, minding your business, drinking your water, exercising, and connecting with your spirit guides, your ancestors. You told this person something, or somebody told this person something, and they didn't believe it. Either they didn't believe you if you were the one that said it, or they didn't believe that person. Somebody may even say, sis, man, you're gonna live to regret that shit. You're gonna live to regret that. And they was like, I'm good. And now they are living to regret it because you know what? They decided to join forces with the wrong one. The one who doesn't keep any promises. The one who's purposely trying to mess up somebody's life. But you've always been a leader. You've always been somebody for them to have looked up to. And people don't understand why they chose this witch over you. People are still tripping off of that. Like, well, tell me one more time. Tell me one more time. What was it that made you choose this person over the collective? Because I still don't get it. It still don't make sense. I know you said a whole lot of words. I know there was a whole lot of words that came out your mouth, but it just don't make sense. What was it? They had to ask the obvious questions. Are they doing some awkward shit to you? Are you doing something strange for a little bit of change? Like they asking all these questions like why would you do this? Because they was just working for the wrong team. And they worked hard to be a snake to you. Even though this person had told you a couple of times that, oh, I'm a change, I'm a transform, I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that anymore. But you had to find out the hard way. A snake loses its skin not to turn into a leopard or a bird. A snake sheds its skin to get to be a bigger snake. Now you find out, or you found out the hard way, that you was dealing with one of the biggest snakes out there. Now somebody wants to come visit you because they want to pump you up. They want to big you up. They want to tell you all these things to make it seem like, oh, you was the best thing I ever had, and this and that and the other, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they definitely want to say that now because their life is in the toilet. When they wake up and they hear a toilet flush, they don't know if that's something else that's getting ready to happen to them that day, or if it's a neighbor that's actually flushing their toilet. That shit is fucked. Hey, Jazzy Jazz, how are you? Somebody has to even wonder, what was it all for? Like, what was their objective? Like, somebody's thinking, why did I even do this? Because justice is always going to be here. The universe is always going to balance itself. And this is what this person had to learn. You can play all them games if you want to. They thought they had all the card tricks. They knew all the ways, sleight of hand and doing this and doing that. They forgot about karma. They forgot about everyone gets their just due. Everyone receives what's due to them. It's because you're a kind-hearted person. It's because you put other people and you used to put other people in front of you, ahead of you, above you, because you wanted everybody to be happy. You wanted everyone to feel like they were included. And so this person was banking on this, on your hospitality, on you wanting to feel like you have to be perfect. You no longer feel like that. That shit is changed. That shit went out with the garbage last week. The garbage company came down the street, when they picked up your trash can, they picked up all that bullshit that you used to do with it. That shit is out of some dumpster somewhere. Now this person is going through this hardship, and they know it's because they chose this direction. All the friends that they used to have, all them friends is laughing at them. It's like pointing at them, laughing at them, talking about them, whispering about them. Not even whispering anymore because they don't give a fuck about this person. They just talking about them in front of their face. They like, man, sis, you stupid. You dumb. They're making the worst jokes, This person, they tried to tell somebody about their issues and their troubles, but you know what these people did, what those so-called friends did to this person, exactly the same thing this person did to you when you was trying to tell them about your heartfelt emotions, how you felt like they were trying to treat you a certain way, act a certain way, how they was leaving you out in the cold, how you felt like you were being misused, abused. You know what they did? This person did? Laughed at you, laughed in your face and said, "You stupid." They didn't care that hurt your heart. They didn't care that was probably the final straw. Because anytime you could laugh at somebody's pain, oh, you's a devil. You're not even a helper. You's a straight up demonic devil demon. And now this person's quote unquote friends are laughing at them in their face. And this person is trying to put on a strong facade, because they're so worried about, they don't want to look weak to anybody. Everybody knows you're weak. That's what everybody's calling you. They may be calling you weak ass, limp dick, weak butt. They're calling you weak, weak, weak. They may be calling you ussy pay. That's pigs laughing for mm-mm. But, they're calling somebody weak. Hey, Angelique, how are you? This person, they miss you. Oh, if they miss anybody, they miss you. Because you was never down with the fuck shit. You never gave them your ass to kiss. You never tried to use them. You never abused them. You never denied helping them. There was a whole bunch of shit that they did to you that you never did to them. You wouldn't even let it be a thought in your mind to even go there. Now somebody wants to send you a message, but they want to really think about the message that they're sending you now, because they want it to come across as the right way, as that they've healed, that they have empathy, that they've got compassion, that they love you, even when they didn't love you before. It's like somehow they want you to forget this entire backstory of how you both got to where you're at. But you see this person for exactly who they are. A wise guy. A snake. A player. And this time, it's different. This time, it's all on them. Hey, Kung Fu Panda. You was always innocent. But yet, this person, they felt it was okay to bring all this conflict to you. And you never brought any conflict to them. It's because this person felt like they could do whatever they wanted to do. Like they had some sort of privilege. Like they placed themselves up here and they placed you way down there. But now they see it's an even playing field. And they don't like that. They should have never hated the player. They just should have hated the fucking games. And you are you. You never felt the need to change. And this whole situation, it is what it is. You don't give a shit anymore. You used to, but not any longer. Now you're too smart. You're too wise. You understand what they're doing. You get what their games are. You see how they're going to try and slither in and how they're going to try and move, just like a snake would do. You know? The snake wants to get you comfortable. You know, they want you to relax. They want to try and come up in the bed with you and lay next to you just and see if they could stretch out. Ugh. And while you getting comfortable, oh, my little snake is just staying warm next to me. Next thing you know, you wake up in a fucking snake's belly. Because that snake was just waiting. You even expect after a certain time, they're going to come back with that scapegoat bullying shit. Narcissistic, where they putting you down again, trying to chip at your confidence, trying to make you believe all different types of bullshit about yourself that ain't even true. But see, this person wants to come to you and they want to give you the idea. Let's explore getting married. Let's talk about that, because they want you to put your defenses down, and they're so vain. They're so vain, thinking that you would even want to marry them. You're like, what the fuck I would do that for? I don't even know. Because that would just be martyring myself. That would be doing too much on my part. Because shit, I didn't already had enough of your bullshit, of your drama. So somebody like, no, we don't need to talk about shit. Now, if you want to talk about how you want to marry somebody else, we could talk about that shit all day long. But me, I'm good on you. See, because you know how important it is to preserve yourself, to save yourself from this snake player, wise guy bullshit. You know how important that is. It's either your life or theirs. And since they didn't appreciate when you was trying to add to their life, to be part of your life, and they was just thinking about their life, and never your life, you said, let me take a clue. Let me learn this lesson. Yeah, you taught me something that I need to worry about me, and I'm going to let you worry about you. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yes. See, somebody's learning a valuable lesson at this entire time. You've been on your spiritual throne. You've been doing the work that you needed to do, that God wants you to do. You know, even though, and this person felt like that you wasn't doing anything because they couldn't see that God was working on the inside of you. That's the whole thing. I don't know why people think that when God touches you or God's working with you, that they doing it on the outside. No, this is an inside job, baby. All of it is an inside job. That's why this person couldn't see what you was going through. This is why this person couldn't see how you was growing. And the whole time, this person felt like they was going to be the driving force to wish these negative thoughts, push this negative energy onto you. But now they get to experience it. Justice is a wonderful thing, and they are remembering all of it. They're remembering some of the most fucked up things that they did to you. And now it's like it's such a big slap in their face to know that you a whole earth angel out here with your wings. That this person was so scared. It's because the reason they didn't talk to you, the reason they never tried to get anything right is because they was a chicken. They were too scared of doing some shadow work, to go within and to deal with the bullshit that was holding them back and holding them down. So they tried to see if they could hold you back and hold you down. No. Even whenever somebody was watching you be abused by somebody that they encouraged to abuse you, it's like this person was still acting like they didn't even see that you was being abused, knowing that they encouraged someone to fucking abuse you. But see, they didn't realize that your kindred spirits were all around you. That God put in heavenly helpers or other earth angels to help you, so that you could see, your what you need to do to shine, or your greatness, or what you need to concentrate on. And it wasn't this fool, because this fool was never gonna grow up. They was too fucking immature. They was too fucking immature to have a conversation. Even when you tried to have a serious conversation, they would disconnect. They would act like some kind of goofy ass motherfucker. Turn their back and start talking about some other shit. Trying to talk about you'd be trying to talk about, hey, I don't see how you left me at work and you knew that, I was trying to get home and I was letting you use my car, whatever the situation was, because I'd never let anybody use my motherfucking car. You ain't got a car, get you an Uber or a Lyft. They got all this different shit out there, but you ain't using my shit. But see, when this person, but they couldn't even have a serious conversation. They would try and throw in some stupid ass, what they call a joke. And you like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm trying to talk to you. This is serious. You caused me to lose my part-time job. And they go, well, you didn't really need to work anyway. Or something stupid. And you're like, listen here, you dumb motherfucker. What the fuck are you doing? It finally clicked in your head. This is nothing but a 5-year-old in a 62-year-old body. Or however old they are, their age. And then on top of that, this person tried to tell everybody. They wanted hold on. Oh, we back. They wanted everybody to see that you wasn't responsible, that you wasn't respectful. They wanted people they wanted to be able to paint a picture of you and everybody think, oh, that's just that. They wanted everybody to think that you was either always wild, high, like you was always like your full-time job was the strip club. No offense to anybody that works in the strip club, and your part-time job was hoeing on the street. But all that shit, none of it was true. Because you didn't do nothing like that. You didn't do nothing like that. This person, they don't know if you're going to Be defensive whenever they come towards you, or if you're going to forgive them. Even though they wished for you to be in your grave. Now they're feeling haunted because they feel like it's their time. They feel like things are happening to them. And they're trying to do whatever they can to take care of themselves because, once again, they know what they wished upon you, and they're afraid that that's coming back on them. Everybody's starting to see this player for who this player really is, even though this player tried to act like they're so hospitable, they're so kind, they're so gracious. They know it's just that narcissistic motherfucker. What's the message? They know it's just a narcissistic motherfucker. That's it. There ain't nobody special. It's just a little child, somebody that may be in their 40s, their 50s, their late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s that never took the opportunity to grow the fuck up. They're seeing all this conflict that somebody brought your way. That caused you, told everybody that you was the wise guy. Everyone sees you was never the wise guy. Everybody said, they always said that you was always wasting your time. You was always doing this old shit. You was always, trying to see how you could fuck around with somebody. You never did any of that shit. You definitely wasn't a time waster. You was very productive, and somebody tried to make it seem like you was just really out there kicking up. No, you wasn't like that shit. It's this person that was a time waster and wasn't innocent. People are starting to see this now. They are starting to observe everything. And what they notice about you is right now you're very peaceful. Not only are you very peaceful, but you are definitely in your purpose. You're accomplishing things that they were told you would never be able to do. They see that you have even separated yourself from this tribe. You don't want nothing to do with these people, especially if these were the people that was helping this wise guy, this player, this snake try and do you wrong. You decided to just go ahead and love on yourself. But see, people are realizing it's this snake. That's the one that was into the dark arts, that black magic. And it was this snake that put on this face. Like they was just so helpful. And they see that that was a lie. They see that that's not the truth. But once again, someone told them. Someone told them what was going to happen. And they chose not to listen. They even made a promise with somebody that they was going to get you to compete. Like they was going to put you in a third party situation. They was going to get you to compete. But you know what? You never did. Compete for what? The attention of a child? The attention of a snake? The attention of an asshole? Everybody's seeing now that you were defending yourself against this big ass chicken. Direct descendant of Foghorn, Leghorn, him or herself. You don't even want to be bothered with them. This is you. You could take this person, you could leave this person. Even if somebody bring up this person's name in front of you, you still don't have shit to say. You're like, and they're like, well, how was so and so? You're like, I don't know. And that's it. And they're like, damn. But they're feeling that energy not to bring your name, not to bring their name up. They're feeling that energy. They see the look in your face like, you can take me there if you want to. But I suggest you don't. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody, they see this person how they was trying to, fuck your heart up. They was trying to rip you to shreds. They was trying to have you so off balance that you didn't know what the fuck was going on. They wanted to see you suffer. They did everything they could to make you lose in every which way except for loose. And then they wanted to sit back and watch to see how it affected you. This is somebody that, like I said, this is somebody who would throw a rock and then hide their hand. And then on top of that, get with their friends and laugh about your pain, about your suffering. But now it's their pain and their suffering, and everybody's laughing at that ass. This same motherfucker is being urged, let me say it like I really mean it. Spirit said you don't have no other choice but to go through this dark night of the soul. You done fucked up so bad, I'm forcing you. What's the message? All because somebody wanted to do you a certain type of way. All because somebody refused to grow up. But now, they don't have to if they don't want to. They can just walk around like this for the rest of their life. They get to feel everything they wanted you to feel. All those burdens, all those tricks, all those games, all of that, they get to feel all of that. And they regret every part of it. The part that they regret the most, you still got yours. You're still fine. You're getting more now than you ever got with them around. You're being blessed now as if, God was sitting there purposely waiting for you to get rid of this crooked motherfucker so God could just pour all this abundance of blessings down on you. And what's really fucking them up is they can't do nothing. All those attacks that they sent out to you, all those spells that they sent out to you, they hate it because that shit is coming back on them. And they can't do shit. This person is feeling sick. They feeling drained. They can't even pick up their sword. They can't do nothing. They done did so much to you. They are totally screwed. Your ancestors are so happy for you. So happy for you because now it's like the secrets are coming out. everybody that was involved. The secrets are coming out, and you fought the good fight. That's what you need to know, is that you fought the good fight against these enemies. And this is why you're victorious. This is why your heart gets a brand new lease on life. This is why God's blessing you. This is why somebody is wondering, can they come back? What would the chances be of them coming back, trying to offer you some type of apology or olive branch? Or say, I just want us to just to put this to peace, or to put an end to this. I don't want us to fight anymore. I don't want this and I don't want that. Yeah, you sure the fuck don't, because all that shit that you did is coming back to you. You getting your ass handed to you on a silver platter, because judgment was called on that motherfucking ass. Now you know that you got to fucking pay the piper, and you afraid of this motherfucker. You don't want to pay him because you don't know what the fuck he gonna do. Trying to sit here and say, well, maybe we can start over, maybe we can do this. Maybe no, ain't nobody trying to partake in your fucking karma. Them little shits that you threw out of me, that's all on you, dude. That's all on you. God told me what to do. God said, get the fuck away from this motherfucking fool and leave this fool the fuck alone. Let that motherfucker suffer in something that they cause themselves. Oh, well, we hope that they like generational curses, because that's exactly what they did for fucking with you. Somebody who felt that they were so privileged, and they had it all. They may have been very privileged growing up until their brain stopped progressing in the 5th grade. Confirmation with my baby there. And now they're watching you, whereas they thought that they was the authority and they could just sit with their arms crossed, heart chakra closed, like they was trying to project how strong they were, how much authority they had. Now they're watching you be the person with all the authority. They're watching you be the person that owns all the land, and they notice that your arms ain't crossed. You're getting what is your just due. You said what you had to say, then you was just through. They cannot deal with it. They can't handle this. They don't know if they're going to be able to make it. See, it's funny whenever you give somebody else so much, you try and bully somebody, or you try and you bully them, you gaslight them, you do this, you do that, abuse them to the point that whenever, and you trying to, you see, you don't get tired of whenever you are the abuser, when you are the aggressor. You never get tired, and you think, oh, that they can handle it. They can handle it. They can handle it. Oh, they can handle it. But when that shit turn back on you, then you want to be the first one to drop to your knees and be like, God, why? Why me? Help. Can somebody please help me? See, somebody had everything that they wanted. All they had to do was grow up. But no, they didn't. They wanted to be some type of secret enemy. They wanted to come after you because they was jealous of you, because they envied you, because they wasn't mature enough to even really truly be with you, because they refused to mature. I don't know what the fuck this person was doing. But this person feel like they can't take anymore. They can't take it anymore. God said, well, that's too fucking bad. Because you about to go through this shit or die trying, bitch. And they feel like they about to give up. They are about to give up. Oh, thank you so very much, Lone Wolf. Thank you. What's the message? Somebody knows them going through this dark night of the soul has been long overdue. Long overdue. And here they are watching you as that earth angel, receiving blessing after blessing after blessing after blessing after blessing. They know them trying to come to you. Oh, this is a cussing out baby if there was never a cussing out before. And they just feel like at this moment that they won't be able to handle getting cussed out. But they could handle trying to put the screws to you. They should have thought about that shit. They should have thought about everything that they felt was okay for you to go through. But now that she was on the other foot, and now this weak ass bitch, not sure they can even make it through. You know? This one, they need to let their nuts drop. You can make it through. Just like we had to make it through, they can make it through too. If not, die trying. Just like we had to do. But they were warned. They were warned. Somebody said, that wheel of fortune is not always going to turn in your favor, treating somebody else like shit. Now it's like they money cursed for 10 years for trying to attack you. They definitely had an ego death. Ain't nobody trying to help this fool. Ain't nobody trying to help this fool. They're laughing at him. They're pointing at him. They're telling them how stupid they are. Every time this person cry, everybody point and laugh. Man, shut your stupid ass up, girl. Shut up. But you had to realize that they were a karmic. And everything that they said was nothing but karmic ass fucking lies. Somebody thought they was a key player. And that's why the last thing they said to you or the last thing they text you or wrote to you or emailed you, it was left on red. They definitely were not fair to you. They weren't fair, and they know this. This is why they get what they get. That's what they said to you. You get what you get. Okay. Now they get what they get. Hey, Andy, how are you? You have a wonderful day. Yes. See, it says that your child was even part of the fuckery. But somebody is finally growing a pair. And maybe that was your child. finally growing a pair maybe this month. Mm-hmm. You know, because when you sit there and you watch somebody that you tried to be like, and you saw how it seemed like it was all fun and games in the beginning until they noticed that, you know, you were getting more and more distant to the point where you stopped talking to this motherfucker and you stopped talking to them too, because they was part of that fuckery. And then they noticed somebody's life going in the drain and in the toilet, and how this motherfucker is sick, can't even feed themselves, can't hold food down, can't do this, can't do that, can't even get to the doctor on most days. Then that's whenever the child like, oh damn, you know what? Let me switch sides. I should have never, yeah. See, they was all hell bent on trying to destroy you until they found out they ass was being destroyed, not you. You was looking more youthful. You was looking more vibrant. You looked like you had more energy, and it was like the confirmation. And they was like, damn, did they just get is that a new car? Wait, what just happened? You know, they're wondering what the fuck is just happening. You know, you going through, you know, and they need to pay attention what's getting ready to happen to you in May or to them or whatever it is. They should pray about all this. They're watching you take care of yourself, and they watching this other motherfucker that wasn't trying to do nothing but hurt you go down the fucking drain. This person was trying to impersonate you, and they are mad because you were born a boss. Ain't that some shit to get mad about? What's the message, Spirit? I know that's right, the soul archetype. What's the message? Mm-hmm. But you don't even have to worry about it because your ancestors are handling that ass. This person, they feel like a fool. And they was trying to do rituals on you often. But see, they don't realize when you stepped away, you saved your own legacy. That's why the Most High favors you. You know, something about next month, December. Maybe that's when you're really going to receive a blessing. What's the message, Spirit? Yes, because those lies are exposed. You see through all the smoke and the mirrors, all the bullshit. And see, you even had to let somebody know that every single thing that you do reflects you. It's not reflecting me. It's not reflecting him or her or him or nobody. It just reflects the person who was doing it. This is somebody who was vain, negative, toxic. This was somebody who was miserable. They were miserable because of their own family. And you left that toxic family or group. And they're stuck in the place where they thought that you were supposed to be. Them and their grimy asses. See, you broke the curse that they put on you and it went back on them. That's the part that's fucking them up. That's why they can't move. That's why they can't get out of bed. They are so weak, they can't even make it to the doctor. They're so weak. Their shit is rotting them from the inside out. They can't even call an Uber or a Lyft because all of them is like, listen, I don't know what the fuck you got going on, but you cannot get in my car like this. They was even going to try and hail down a horse and carriage, but the horses was like, we will buck to you, Joe. Buck to the door, whatever that buck song is. That horse is like, Horses are going all wild. The carriage driver is like, whoa, what's going on? My horses ain't never did this. Horses is trying to get the fuck away because that shit stank. See, you survived everything. And they wasn't, ever strong enough to handle your energy. They thought that they were. Nope, not at all. If somebody rotten from the inside to the outside, they can't even. Pizza stopped delivering. They was like, man, listen, every time we get 20 feet from that door, we can't even, they don't even make gas masks like that no more. We got to get some military grade gas masks. That shit is fucking funky. Yeah. They was like, what is that, your feet? What the fuck is that? Something that they tried to do 5 years ago. That's what locked them in. And very soon, they're going to really be up Shit's Creek. You know? See, everybody can get it. Ain't shit funny with this coven no more. This family, they ain't laughing at nothing no more. Because they see how this person is really doing rock bottom bad. Confirmation. Rock bottom. They're like, we don't know what the fuck that is, but hell to the no. This is why this person is asking for atonement. Because all this secret shit, these shadows, all this unclear information, all these hidden enemies, they did all that shit underneath the moon. They were so full of drama, you know? And they feel ashamed due to their sexuality. Maybe that's the reason why they was trying to fuck with you, because they didn't know who the fuck they was. Like you even give a shit. Don't nobody even give a shit about that. Well, unless you with them. But, you know, yeah, they would give a shit about that. But, you know, if that was it, then yeah, just say who you are. Save us all the grief. Ain't nobody out here trying to judge nobody. We just out here trying to live peacefully. Live not to feel like we have to fucking survive. There's a big difference. This is somebody who was always in your personal business, feeling like they need to spread your business, as opposed to them telling everybody what the fuck shit that they doing. This is why they finding it hard to explain why their body odor is so bad, because all that toxic energy is coming out, is soothing out of their pores. This is why they can't explain this. This is why nobody want to be around them, because they don't know what the fuck this shit is, but they don't want to get this shit too. Somebody's finding that always trying to fit them has cost them everything. Everything. And they misjudge the devil who was trying to be you. Oh, well. Yes. Karma has set in. They are so sick. I'm telling you, this person, it's hard for them to get up out the bed. It's hard for them to eat. Ain't nobody trying to be this person's lover. Ain't nobody trying to be this person's friend. Nothing. They tried to hold you back. They tried to hold you back. You know, they tried to attack your reputation. Well, now it's their reputation that's being attacked. Now it's them. And karma got something for them. Like I said, they ass is so fucking sick. All because they don't like to listen. Because you tried to tell them. You tried to tell them. And here they are watching you rise like the star that you are. Told you, that child that tried to work with them, that child is confused, because they was like saying, oh, watch this person go down. They're going to go down. And now this child is sitting there watching you go up and that person go down. And that child is fucking confused. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I know I can't stand this smell. Mm-hmm. Their life is ruined for coming for you. You're an empress. Something about the month of June. And they don't want you to know that they're guilty. You already know that they was throwing rocks and hiding hands. You know, but at the same time, had they not tried to betray you, you wouldn't have gotten on your journey. And right now, this is where you're at. You are at that sweet spot where intention meets the flow of spirit. All right, y'all, I'm going to leave it right there. It is almost my mimosa time. All right, and I will be back in a little bit for another live. I appreciate you all. I love you all. And we'll see each other in just a little bit. All right. Let me go get this, Sasha. All right, bye now.